Welcome to ChessWhiz TV episode 435. I'm your host, The Wiz. Today we're going to play in a variant of chess, if you can believe it. Sometimes we do that. We played a variant a couple episodes ago called Mimic Pawn Chess, which is really cool variant where the pawns forced pawn moves, which required pawn moves. And then someone commented in the chat, they're like, you know what you could do? You could just make pawn moves require pawn moves always. And I thought that was such a genius idea that I should pretend it was my own. So guys, I came up with this idea where the pawn moves always require pawn moves. So let me open up my game here, notepad.exe, pretty fun game. Let's also throw a link in the chat for whoever wants to play. I see Eric challenging me up there, but I'm going to throw a link in the chat to reward the fast mouse clicking audience right now. But also, I'm going to play you, Eric. So don't cancel your challenge. I will be playing you. If your opponent just moved a pawn and you can move a pawn, you must. That is the only rule to this chess variant. Also, if you checkmate the opponent, you win. That's the other rule. Okay, let's see if... Oh, it's Eric. Eric, why are you back again stalking me like a piece of celery? Get it? Because it's a stock. Never mind. Eric, you have to move a pawn. This is going to be hilarious. So I think what I want to do is run out of pawn moves, right? Because let's try this. Let's just see what happens. Okay, I never actually tested this variant before going in front of hundreds of people with it. So hopefully it's going to work out just fine. Let's find out. I think it's going to be pretty interesting because I'm the first player. I'll just make some moves and see what happens. He now can do, and I can do. Oh, this is gonna get weird. I think what I want to do. Okay, I think what I want to do is get more space. Is this going to be helpful? I don't think so. What I want to do is promote and take something where it can't be captured. So see, if I take that rook and become a queen, whereas if he, look what happens if he comes down here and takes the knight. My rook could take his queen whenever it has the ability to move again. Whereas his rook will be gone and he won't have any ability to take the queen over there. So the plan is to move a pawn until I get a queen that's in a square that he can't capture. That's the first idea I've had about this variant. I actually did zero thinking about this variant. It's very easy because I basically just do zero thinking in my entire life. That allowed me to think minimally about the variant. So that means this is my first idea regarding the variant. The idea is make a queen that he can't capture. And I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. It's kind of like that moss that just grows on one side of a tree. It's called lichen. Oh, I'm so witty today. So I think I'll just make myself a new queen and then see what happens. This is going to be interesting because if he checks me, then I can't move a pawn. So I have to get out of check. So no problems there. But what is going to happen here? More pawn moves, I think. I'll play f4. So if he pushes here, he could take my queen with check, and that's checkmate. No, you're too smart for me, Eric. Oh, I have to send you a drooling face. Ah, can I really not avoid getting checkmated here? You like how the face was shrunk by light chess? Look, because it's like you can't scream on light chess. If you're like help, help, and it's like help, help. Even if you're like help, it's like help, 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 because it doesn't want you to shout on the server. So if you're like oh with a capital face, it's like ooh, very helpful scream reduction there. So I only have 6 legal moves, so let's try this one. And now he can move a pawn. Oh, it's not checkmate. Oh, thanks to my idiot brain for not noticing that. But I can move over here to f2, which is what I'm going to do, because after he takes this, it's check. I can't move a pawn, so I have to go over here. So there's another possibility for this variant, which is to say, even if you can't move a pawn, you still have to. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make any sense. Let's go check him. So I want to run out of pawn moves first. That's definitely what I want to do. So how am I going to run out of pawn moves? Move pawns until I can't. Obviously, I can't think of any other strat right now. But let me move pawns for a while and see what happens later. Okay, so I have to move here. He has this pawn that he can move, but he'll just move it. This is getting dumb, but it's no dumber than I am so far, so this is okay. We each have 2 queens except for me, because one of my queens is captured, so that's pretty fair. This, I don't like the way this is going to make a new queen here, but what can I do about that? It really seems like we're going to... I'll send him a question mark. Really seems like we're going to trade down into a situation where I'm losing, but hey, I got my fingers crossed, and I'm going invisible as a bonus to that. Woo-yah! Getting spicy. Yes, I can now make another queen. This is going to be useful. Plus, I'm going to run out of pawns, so overall, I like this situation. I'll make a queen. I'm a little concerned that his vast quantity of queens is going to do something like checkmate me. However, I'm going to run out of pawns. Oh boy, here we go. So if I move here, he's out of pawn moves, and I'm dead because he'll just checkmate me. But if I move here, he has to move a pawn. And now it's my big chance. Now is my chance to win. No, you can't do that. You must move a pawn. And now colon D. Except don't run me out of time. Add time. Add time, dude. Add time, Eric. The first order of business is to add time. I moved king because I didn't have to move pawn. But you still have to move pawn. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Isn't that interesting how it let me shout there? It's like, oh, you can say oh really loud. You just can't do screaming, drooling face. I'm in trouble now. So it's if your opponent just moved a pawn and you can move a pawn, you must. Oh, that's dumb. That's so dumb. I'm changing the rules. That's usually how I fix my problems in life. I'm like, okay, I got problems. Change the rules. That's what I'm gonna do. Cause look, this is not good. I don't know how to get out of check right now. Guess I'll take that. Um, but it doesn't seem too great. It doesn't seem too great. If he would simply stop checkmating me, but how am I gonna survive that? And maybe if he'll give up his other second queen. He had two second queens. He gave up one of them. If he would then maybe I'd have a chance. But oh, he'll run out of time. But that's not very nice of me. So I'm gonna add time because I'm super nice guy. Like I'm this nice. Oh, I'm actually I'm a horrible mean person. He didn't check me. This is my chance to check my opponent. Yes. I don't have a pawn to move. So oh, okay. Yeah. Check. Oh, I did check him. Okay. I'm still thinking. My brain isn't the fastest brain in the room right now. Just kidding. I'm the only brain in the room. But online, there's like several faster brains. So you're gonna have to give me some grace. I think that's what they say before they eat. Check. I could lose a bishop. That's pretty cool. That's such a bad move. But hey, I was gonna lose a bishop. I was about to lose a bishop, man. I had to defend the bishop. Okay, so Eric, this is a stupid variant. So I'm gonna change the rules. I'm gonna shorten it to if you can move a pawn, you must. You know why I'm changing the rules? Because I lost. Because the rules weren't the way I wanted them. So new rules. Let's type that in here. New rules. If you can move a pawn, you must. Okay, so none of this, like, look at the last guy's move and then checkmate him instead. None of that stupid business. Instead, we're just going to move pawns constantly. So here's the plan. Lose my d-pawn. Lose my d-pawn, and then move my c-pawn. Oh, okay. Lose my d-pawn, and then make him lose his d-pawn. Okay, that might be hard, but okay, that's the plan anyway. And then take his queen with a pawn. I'm just about to lose all the pawns that can take his queen, so that's going to be hard. And my queen will be attacking his queen. Do you see how that's going to work? I'm going to check him. Like I have 4 difficult things to do, and at the end of it all, he'll be in check. That's fantastic. But really, this is a chess variant where you have to move pawns until you can't, and then you play chess. So it's kind of weird. Yeah, I definitely would conclude that. Let's just move pawns. So I wonder if there's any strategy here, or if you just like make bad moves until you wake up and you're like, oh, there aren't any pawns left? Now I have to assess whether I'm dying or not. Some people have childhoods like that. I have a friend who says, you know, I can't remember anything before high school. I'm hoping that things went okay for him in his childhood because he has no memory of it. And so that's kind of like this chess game. It's like, what did you do in the opening? I don't remember. All I know is my opponent has 3 queens. That's kind of like what's going on right here. So I'm just going to move pawns until the drugs wear off. Okay. I really liked capturing this way because I could get a queen. I love queens. So I see how he has extra pawns. That's the plan. Because he's going to have to move those. Meanwhile, I don't have to move pawns I don't have. Should I take that way or should I run away? Oh, this whole plan is foiled by this bunch of foil. Because I can't move a pawn right now, so I actually get to move something, but it's not very interesting. Gazouts has a variant idea. Oh, great. Well, let's make a new queen. So I'm almost out of pawns. I only have 4. Good work, ChessWhiz. Just 4 pawns remaining. He has like, oh, I'm in check. So I can go here because I can't move a pawn. So that was helpful. Thank you. Let's drink some of this celebratory vodka. That's a lot of vodka. I'll take that, I think. So I want him to have plenty of pawn moves while I'm finished with pawn moves. That's how I'm going to win. So let me strategize here. Strategize. I'm going to do that by... Can I even... Yeah. Okay, so I've done that by giving him this pawn that is a pass pawn. See how there's nothing that can ever capture it? He'll just move it. There's no strategy in this stupid variant. The whole thing doesn't matter because you got 2 pawns facing each other, right? But they're distant. See these 2 pawns here? Like, so I could invest a bunch of moves in order to make nothing happen in the end, or he could invest a bunch of moves and then nothing happens in the end. Either one of us could do that. This is going to be awful, by the way. I don't want to take that. Either way, one of us. So it's nothing matters. This is like a corollary of life here. I'm gonna attack him with all my pawns. I'm a check, so I can move. Definitely go here. Oh, he's almost out of pawns. This calls for touching my own face. This is a way that I calm myself. I think that many of your friends do this as well. We talked about that in a previous episode. I have to sneeze, so I'm gonna hide the... If you're wondering what I'm doing when I do that, I'm not actually doing drugs. I'm just sneezing off camera because once upon a time, there was this guy who watched my show, Clarky, and he's like, dude, stop sneezing on the camera. So I did. Cool story. I'm almost out of pawns, so good work, ChessWhiz. I'm actually about to win this, look, because I'm out of pawns, check. And now I can just win. Fantastic play, ChessWhiz. I wonder if there's any strategy in this variant, because you can pretty much just win if you run out of pawns first. So what do you try to do? I don't know, but I think I'll win now. So I have so many extra moves. Like I can just go here because he has another pawn go and then wham. I think this calls for LOL. It's not every variant where you just play the whole variant and then you type LOL. But this variant, this calls for that. Okay, Eric, that was fun. I'm going to take another challenger because Game Genesis is challenging me, but I'm remembering how cool you are in my head. You've done what's called built rapport. You've also built a kind of a reputation for yourself in my own brain. That's like brand value right there. It's a very good thing. It causes me to scratch my face. It's very, very good. If you can move a pawn, you must. If you can move a pawn, you must. If everybody died, the brands would have no value. You know? It's like the value of Pepsi. Actually, Pepsi has negative value, so whatever. But they have brand value, brand recognition, and all that stuff. And it's in other people's brains. This occurred to me the other day. I'm like, wow, a thought. I just had a thought. If people didn't have brains, then brand value wouldn't exist. I'm like, whoa. Then I kept eating my sandwich. It was so great. Okay, so what's going on right now? Mango Town Plaza says, my time to shine, LOL. So is this his chat? No, it's Eric back again. Mango Town, how is this my time to shine? I don't know. Oh, he's talking about next episode. My opponent offers a take back because he's cheating. Ups. I'll send him a smiley face. I'm pretty good with the faces because I'm from the 90s. Oh, just about cheated there. So I think I better take that pawn. Okay, no, it doesn't matter what you do. What matters is running out of pawns. So how can you do that? I need some help here. Throw some ideas in the chat. How can you run out of pawns? Because I don't even know how you would strategy this game. I mean, you just move pawns. Last game I won, I just looked at the board. I'm like, hey, I just graduated high school and I don't have any pawns left. But it's not like I was being all smart. Was I? If I take this, that could be bad, I guess. This pawn is problematic because it's going to take me a lot of moves to make it do a thing. Huh. Okay, so I got some advice in the chat from a good friend. His name is Good Friend. He says, stop taking his pawns. Oh, good strategy, man. Okay, so new rule. I am not taking any pawns. Because obviously, if I don't take them, he will still have them. Now, he'll just promote them and win, but it'll take him time to do that. While he's promoting them, I'll checkmate him. Okay, new plan. Never take any pawns. Look at that. Look at the beauty. Great strategy. Thank you for that advice. Hello to Program Fox in the chat. I am not taking your pawn. I really want to take this one, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. I don't know what that was. Probably a wild elephant. Because I'm not taking any pawns. I'm taking queens. That's the new rule. Queens only, not pawns. Okay, so is this working? It's kind of working. I'm almost out of moves. I don't want to move that one. Oh, no. Someone's following me. Woo Charlie. Woo Charlie is following me on Twitch. I don't know what to do. Help. If I move this, then he... So, check, right? Lose a pawn. Lose a pawn. That's a good strat. Okay, I'll start with check. Actually, this is going to be really valuable. All these checks I'm going to do. Check, 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 check. It's going to come down to something really close here. He said stop capturing, so I shouldn't capture, but... Hold on, I need to think about this. If I take his pawn, he won't have it anymore. Then he can't move it. So I should just push. But you know, that's a problem pushing. Because if it gets like this, you know, king blocking my pawn, that's a serious beeswax. In fact, that's about to happen here. Because I have a pawn I can't move. That's not a big deal. But during the game, later on when we're actually awake, you know, I'm going to someday check him. And then he's going to move. And then I'm going to have to move my pawn, which is horrible. So let's make sure this never happens. Uh-oh, it's happening. So I have to move this 1 square or 2. If I go 1, he goes 1. And then I'm done. Okay, okay. This is good. It's also not very good, though. Check. This is very interesting. Are you interested now? I'm starting to wake up, starting to notice. Oh, now I can move anything. I can move anywhere. It's reading rainbow. Isn't that how it goes? Something like that. That was probably not a great move. What am I trying to do here? Well, I don't have any queens. Usually I try to checkmate him with my queens, but I can't do that. And so now I kind of lose. I have no idea what I did. I'm awake and I'm dead. That's kind of what's going on. I mean, he has 2 queens and I don't have any. How did that happen? Now we're just playing chess. Not only does he have a million queens, but I still have a pawn I can move. So if I ever am not in checkmate, well, never mind, I am in checkmate, so that doesn't matter. I'm gonna take that rematch. New strategy: make a lot of queens. I mean, come on, he had 2 queens and I didn't have any. So how are we gonna get those? I guess you really have to wait for the opponent to let you, right? I mean, he has all these pawns too. This variant is hard. I mean, it's like a diamond. He was supposed to promote queen instead of taking the rook there. Yeah, he was. He still would have won, though. He still would have won there. Okay. I don't think you can really win unless he lets you. I mean, so my strategy is to make queens. How am I going to make queens? Let's try this way instead. How am I going to make queens? Oh, this is bad. I'm going to lose a pawn. Wait, that's good. I want to lose a pawn. Okay, okay. Here we go. Let's lose this pawn. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I've lost a lot of pawns. Great. Good work. Good work, ChessWhiz. Next. Next, move a pawn. Good, good. Okay. Let's move this one. If he takes me, then he's got a bunch more moves. Okay, so that's good. I don't know about this. It looks like he's going to get a queen. Oh, this is such a hard variant. Oh. You'll have to forgive me for vanishing. But I'm back. So let's try this. He has so many queens, like 2 if he takes this. 3. He still has 2. But I need to move pawns. Hold on, guys. I need to move pawns. Now when he pushes, it's going to be I'll take it. Okay. what if I go here, 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 and here? That's 4 moves. Meanwhile, he's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and he still has 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's doomed. I can just lock up my last pawns and I'll win. This should be a good experiment. What's better, making queens or losing all your pawns? Because I'm gonna do the second thing, and he's gonna do the first. Then we'll see who wins. Is Wiz for speedy or wizardry? It's for speedy. Which is ironic since I'm a super slow chess player. But back when I named myself ChessWhiz, I was a super fast chess player. Then my brain got old. So that's a question in the chat for those of you watching. It's Woo Charlie, by the way, who followed me. So now he's asking me questions. That's very respectful. And he's saying, is Wiz for speedy or wizardry? If Wiz stood for wizard, it would not have an H in it. It would be ChessWhiz. I have a problem. I guess this. Got it. So after I move, he's going to have so many required moves that I could just win. I'm pretty sure. Yes, yes, I can win now. Okay, so that just goes to show that it's better to lose all your pawn moves than to make queens. Because look at this. Push your pawn game, Genesis. You have to do that. Checkmate. I solved this variant. That is good, I think. Yeah, that's going to be worth millions of dollars. Never. Well played. Yes, for me. Okay, so let's see now. I'm going to apply my new skills to win this game as well. My new goal is to win every game from now on. Let's see. Let's see. What I want to do is not be able to move any pawns. How do you even use a strategy in this game? Like, the whole way I was able to do that was because he allowed me to. I mean, I'm sitting here like, which pawn move is going to get me toward any kind of an objective goal here? Do I capture or not? I still have no idea what I'm doing. But at least it's making for good chess, right? Good chess? Yeah, certainly. There's a lot of episodes where I'm like, you know, this variant, there's not much to it, so let's talk about cats or something. I've never talked about cats, actually, because I don't think cats exist. But generally speaking, I talk about things that aren't chess, and then I make bad moves at the same time. But in this, have you noticed this entire episode from the start, which is like minutes and minutes long, I have only talked about the variant because it's so fascinating? I mean, seriously, this is a very, very interesting variant. I don't want to take that. I want to... What I really want to do is make a queen like this. I've had good results with that. Ooh, hi. Hi there. Are you going to take my queen? I don't like that. This should be interesting. Oh, this is bad. I'm going to close this up because if he took me here, right, and I'm going like this, I get to here and I can't move because I can't take this because it's pinned. And then sometime when we start the chess game, he moves out of the way and then suddenly I can move. And that's not something I want to do right now. So let's try this. Okay. Whiz. Move quickly through the air with a whistling or buzzing sound while peeing. That sounds like the definition. Well, let's try that move. So I'm being requested by a requester. It says to talk about cats. Well, cats are very, very interesting because they behave like I do. I think I'll just... Oh, this is going to be serious over here. 2 pawns against 3 and I haven't moved very much. Let's get this going. Oh, I can't even turn off the camera. I don't have time. Now you can see what you've been missing. There's snot all over my face. Quick, auxiliary Kleenex. Engage. Now you see what I've been going through. Kleenexes. Let's try this. Cats are interesting because they don't care what you think. Just like me. They just do their own thing. This is such a chin stroker. Notice my chin being stroked? Wow. Oh. I feel great because sneezing is a lot like chess, which I love. Okay, so keep moving the pawn. He adds me time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, he's making queens, and all I can do is sneeze. I didn't think I was going to be saying that today. I planned out my day. I woke up in the morning, okay, what am I going to do now? I'm going to move some pawns, and I'm certainly not going to say that he's going to sneeze. Oh, there's snot all over my desk. It's not a problem. Let's take the auxiliary Kleenex into effect here. Oh, who cares about hiding the camera? I just have to survive this. Okay, are we still playing chess? I think I've almost moved all my pawns. Oh. Oh, wow. What's happening? Who's been playing these moves while I was gone? It's... I think I can move anything right now. Too bad I'm almost out of everything. Whoa, I can't move this though, which is what I want to move. The one thing I can move, I can't move. Oh, whoa. What kind of a chess position are we in? I have no idea what to do here. And I'm crying. I'm crying to make a good move. Well, that was awkward. I sneezed myself into a place where I could do anything, and everything I can do is bad. So many corollaries to real life here. Corollaries. I'm thinking about this rook, and it's not a happy situation. Okay, I can't move this bishop either, which is what I want to do. Okay, I've got a plan. What I need to do is sit here until he adds time. If I move to one of these squares, he has to capture me. So let's hope he falls into that trick. Oh, but then I have to move my pawn too. So I very carefully calculated the quantity of queens on the board, and I have discovered that he has more. So my new strategy is to disrupt the position by causing us to go back into the forgetfulness phase and move our pawns a bunch. So if I could move my knight here or here, why, you see, then I won't be able to calculate the future because it's complex. And so maybe it will be a good future. Currently, I can calculate that the future is bad. And so we are going to change the future. We're changing the future into a future where we don't understand the future. Hopefully. Yep, you can't do that. Take back. Hopefully that is a good future. You see, this is a good setup for me. Oh, I'm recovering. Perfect. I'm recovering. This is a good setup. Pawn here, king here. Because when he checks me, I move, and then his pawn can move so that I can... Oh, I'm going to get a queen! Yes, go ChessWhiz! I think it was the sneezing that did it. I think so. Okay, so I'm totally recovering. I'm going to move up here because of that dynamic that we just talked about. I have a queen, which is amazing. He has to move on. He's going there. No problem. I'll simultaneously capture a queen while guarding a third of my remaining pieces that aren't kings or pawns. So that's pretty good. And now, when he checks me, I move this way and he has to move pawns a bunch. Then I win. Okay. I think I can win this now. How do you win this, ChessWhiz? I'm not sure. I'm so tempted to take a free rook, but that's not enough. He has way too much on this chessboard. Think carefully. I'll start with check. Oh, my clock is so tight. I say that all the time. Okay. I need some kind of checkmate here, which I think I can probably get, because he's going to have to promote. Have to keep checking him. Oh, I should have checked him this way, because then he'd have two pawns he'd have to move. Let's get back to a position like that. We're not getting back. But now I can take this. This is getting good. Okay. So now check here. So now he has two promotions he's going to have to make, which gives me some time for some shenanigans. Let's keep checking. I think this is good. ChessWhiz, you're very smart right now. Your smartness is extremely high. And so are you. Whee! is this useful? I don't know. After he promotes into two queens, he will have two extra queens, so that's kind of a problem. Hey, wait, I could just take these pawns and then win the chess game. What do you think of that? That's a cool story, bro. Let's fork off his rook. Let's fork off his rook. Then he won't have much left. Okay, ChessWhiz, I like the way you played that. Oh, you know, this is a good variant. You know it's a good variant when you have to type LOL after every move. I mean, game. Right? I mean, did I not recover? I did. I did recover. I recovered. That was fantastic. You remember that position where I was losing? That's not this one. Oh, fantastic. I should have not given you time. That's right, Game Genesis. That was your error. You made some good moves and you made some bad moves. And one of your bad moves was clicking that add time button. Actually, that was about 10 of your bad moves because you kept clicking it. How do I checkmate you? You know what I might do? I might take this and then I might lose because I'm going to have to move the pawn. Man, don't do that. Don't do that. That's the one thing you should not do. Instead, you need to find a way to checkmate. That's actually kind of problematic. Okay. This is cool. He can't take me because he's pinned. And this is also pinned. So he has to move here. And then he's still pinned here. So overall, this is pretty good. Jay Chosen, what is up, dog? What is up, dog? I think I fell in your trap. What is up, dog? It looks like we have a serious case of up dog here. What's up, dog? You can use that on your friends while you still have them. I'm still waiting. I memorized that sequence. You say, it's a serious case of up dog. And they say, what's up, dog? And then you say, not much. What's up with you? And I've been like keeping that right near my cerebral cortex for years, waiting for somebody to fall into the perfect situation. Still hasn't happened, but hey, at least I've used it on my chess show now. That's something, right? I think I learned how to win this in a book. There was a book that said, Dear Sir or Madam, you win this with checkmate. Oh, I feel very relieved. Probably the sneezing. Okay, so what are we learning? Did you watch any stand-up comedies? Did you watch any stand-up comedies? Very none. Very none stand-up comedies. Meh, don't know what to do. Move. Game Genesis loses. I have only a challenge from Eric, so anyone want to play in the chat? I'm going to throw a link into the chat for the fastest clicker, and then we're going to play this chess variant again. One more time. Just one more time. Let's see who's the player. See what happens. So this is a very extreme chess variant. For those of you just joining it, you have to move a pawn if you can. It works like this. If you can move a pawn, you must. And it's Eric again, so we only have two opponents. And so I've generally figured out that the strategy in this game doesn't exist. Just move until you can't move pawns and then look at the board and be like, oh, it seems like I'm losing. And then you just play from there. That's kind of how this variant goes. But I would love to hear if you guys have watched this on YouTube and then tried it, if you figured out what you try to do, because you could post that below in the comments because I don't know what you try to do. But when you comment, I get an email on my phone. And I have this huge phone. I mean, it's like as big as your mom. And so when I get that email, of course, it's jumbo text because I'm kind of blind. And so I'm like, whoa, there's a comment. And I read it. So if you ever want me to read something, you have control over my life because you can cause me to read arbitrary text, which is really, really powerful. Power. That is how you describe power in terms of power. And that's very much lots of power because not only can you make me read, like, say, the word cat, but you could make me read the word soliloquy. Did you consider that? I bet you didn't. Slipped law. Yeah. Same to you. Definitely slipped law. Cats don't care. Dogs revolve around you. Dogs are like a moon orbiting you, and cats are like a thing that doesn't orbit you. You know, people have those personalities too. Some people are like, what can I get you? How can I spend more time with you and make you happy? And then other people are like, I am at the gym right now. Why are you texting? They just don't care, right? I'm not those. Oh, I really want to move something that isn't a pawn. So is this good? Was I smart? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. Huh. Doesn't make any sense. Let's just make it a little bit easier to understand. I don't really like these, so let's see if I can lose them. Oh, I didn't notice this. Suddenly I'm feeling very itchy. Which way do you want to be? I think I have no idea. I think I have no idea. You know, it'd be very easy to say the right way to be is like a cog or a dat, you know. So what you should do is you should orbit around other people. That's the way to find true love. I mean, true happiness. But happiness contains a word that I would never say on this show. This is a good move. Because look at all the walking he has to do. Now somehow I have to lose both these pawns against this one. That might be hard. Oh, I also have to lose these sometime. I'll get on that eventually. Make a queen. Oh, this pawn has to go a long ways. At least I only have one of them. If I took him, I'd have two of them. That would be rough. So we're going to go here. Why does he want to take back, though? Sure, you can have a take back. I'm a very friendly guy. So if you're like a cat, you can just do what's best without regard for other people's feelings. Like a machine. There's definitely some upside to that. There's definitely some downside too. Like no one cares about you. That's one of the downsides to living like a machine. What you can do to combat that is to start up a chess show and play weird chess variants. And then some people won't realize that you're that kind of person. And so they'll be like, I like you because you make chess moves. Yay! But it's all an illusion. Of course, these aren't really chess moves. Just look at this. Okay, he's moved all his pawns, so I'm in huge trouble. So let's get going here with some checks. If I don't check him, I'll lose. He's moved all his pawns. Do you see how serious this is? This is very serious. This calls for... Clarky's not watching, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so make a queen. He's going to counter with a check. If I make a queen, he's going to take me with check. Then I can move anywhere. But I can't move this, and then later I have to move it. Oh. I could take his queen, then I'll have a lot of queens, but I'll have a lot of pawn moves left too, so he'll win for sure. So let's try this. This is probably really bad. I'm hoping he'll take this pawn. Uh-oh. This is not looking good. I'm sure he has a checkmate here. Like, check and then checkmate, right? No, my queen's covering this diagonal. That's very good. One of my queens. Now that he's taken this, actually, he's going to force himself into moving this pawn, so that's great. I might be okay, but this is pretty bad. Man, this is good. This is good. Definitely a variant to try. I think this is better than regular. I have to move my pawn. Oh, I should have taken his... Ooh. Ooh. I should have taken his bishop, maybe. I have to go here, which is... Oh, I could have taken that. That would be pretty bad, though, because then later on I'd have to move. So overall, as long as he has no checkmate, which he doesn't even have any checks, he can't even check me. So I'm going to win. Wow, here's some time, Eric. I think this is an interesting position, so interesting pause. Intersecting pause right here. Yeah, it's a good way to end the show. With a victory. Are you ready for me to win? I barely talked about cats this episode. The variant was so good. Yeah. Okay. Man, you have to move pawns now. Pawns, lol. So now you'll just die. Check. I'll just check you till you're in checkmate. What? Oh no, I have to move a pawn too. I didn't notice that. I did not notice that problem. Ooh, okay. I could take that. That'd be good, probably. Minimize the number of queens your opponent has. That is a good rule of thumb in chess. You can't do that. Pawn. LOL. I mean, LOL. You have to move a pawn. Okay. I'm glad you didn't push this, okay? That would have been really obnoxious. Let's go, more pawns. Let's go. I think this is funny. I don't play a lot of chess variants where I'm laughing during the game at the position, but seriously. What? Oh, he makes a knight. I have no choice but to laugh. Wow. I could just take that. Why did you just make a queen? Oh, it's interesting though. Oh, maybe that was genius. No, he's so smart. He pushes now. He has to. Now I can move my pawn. I only have one move. Oh, no, you can't do that. You have to move. Pawn, move. LOL. And I'm almost out of time. Okay. Now we can play chess, guys. Okay, wake up, guys. It's chess time. Oh, no. I'm dead. No, I'm alive. This is good, because look at all my queens. I can just use some extra queens and stay alive. Oh, no, not right now. I go here, though. Oh, no, I take that with one of my queens. Oh, but then I'll lose one of my queens, and I'll only have 2 queens left. Oh, that's so sad. This is fine. I have plenty of queens. Oh, wow. What a variant. LOL is very fitting. Okay, so I lost a queen. So I got plenty of those. How many more do I have? Let's see. I have 2 and he has 1. I have 2 rooks and he has none. I have a bishop to his bishop and he has a knight. So he has a knight against like a million mad pieces here. Let's make this a possible move. I think that would be funny. There's no way you'll survive this. Here, let's lose a rook. I just have an extra rook sitting around. How often do you get to say that? So I'll just lose a rook here. You have to take because of pawns. You know, it's a pawn move. What a variant. What a variant. Very much enjoyed. Next episode, we're going to play Horde Chess, which is actually a variant on this website. But we haven't played Horde in so long, and it's such a good variant. Very complex, very meaty, very pawn heavy. I think I have a checkmate here. So don't forget to join up for the live stream Sunday at 3 p.m. GMT for some Horde Chess. ChessWhiz TV ChessWhiz TV slash. That's how you get there. GG. What a variant. What a variant. What a variant. This has been ChessWhiz TV. Thanks for watching.